Good morning, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of the First Family of Vegas Daily Free Picks Winner Show. That's right, guys. The First Family of Vegas show is coming to you every weekday on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, joined by some of the world's best documented handicappers and biggest sports bettors. Brought to you by the best website on the planet, your one-stop sports betting shop, SportsMemo. We're going to be releasing a ton of free pick winners, great betting insights, have a few laughs too. So join us each weekday so we can improve your bankroll. We've got a great show. We're going to go around the horn. Let's say hello to Dan Kaiser and Jesse Schule. Dan, let me start with you. You're up in the upper right-hand corner. You got Thor with you. Good morning, Dan. How are you? Happy Monday to you. Hi, Thor.
Yeah, I'm doing good. The weekend could have been better. I think my picks continue the Trump stock market, but it's a new week, so things can turn around.
There you go. Jesse Schule, how you doing?
Lucky to be alive, Joe. I survived the great earthquake in Thailand last week. Then I followed that up with a trip to Cambodia, the capital city. And I got to tell you, that place is nasty place. I won't be going back.
Nasty in which way?
They try to steal everything you own. It's really poor. There's people with arms blown off from the war still running around. There's one-armed bandits in Vegas.
You're talking about the war from 50 years ago?
Well, it was a little later in Cambodia because the Khmer Rouge took over. I think that was like the late 70s, early 80s.
Well, when you originally said before we came on live, you said I survived Cambodia. I look at Dan and says, he didn't fight in Vietnam. So I'm glad you and your family are safe. I'm sorry about the situation down there. I know that when you and I chat, you really do like a lot of the place. I mean, you've made it your home down there. You want to tell everybody about like how long you've been down there and whatnot? Because a lot of people don't know you live down there.
25 years in Thailand. Came here when I was a young lad. I used to hang out with real hooligans like the guy on the top right there, traveling around Phuket and Bangkok and spending a lot of time in beach resorts, drinking cocktails, partying too much. But I married a beautiful Thai girl, as did several of my other friends, and settled down, now live in the mountains in a much more peaceful, family-oriented neighborhood. No more partying in the beach resorts, drinking too many cocktails every night.
You know, I'm a beach guy. I'm a beach guy, and I'm told I've been to 50 different islands, maybe more. I've never been to the islands down there. I'm told the beaches are gorgeous and the water is perfect.
It's true. There's some nice beaches. They're usually full of people and overpriced, and I tend to go a little bit out of the way and avoid the crowds. That's my style.
Now, your background there, that's like a background that you use. That's not like your window. That's not your view. But if I'm not mistaken, isn't that the scene from the Leonardo DiCaprio movie, The Beach?
It is where he killed the shark and all that in the little lagoon there.
It is very pretty. And where is that? Is that Phuket?
Phi Phi Island, which is an hour boat ride from Phuket.
So you got Phi Phi Island and Fuck It Island. Am I correct?
Fuck it, yeah. Fuck it and Phi Phi.
It is beautiful, and I got to get down there one of these days, I got to tell you. But we always talk about that scene every time we get off because it is breathtaking. It reminds us a little bit of our favorite place, Tortola. We went to this little place where no tourists go. You went through the mountains, up and down these hills, and I got to be honest with you, Jess, we thought the cab driver was taking to kill us because we don't go anywhere that tourists go. We want to go where the locals go. We went, and he brought us to this clearing and then this little beach, but it was like woodsy. And then you go to the beach and it's wide open. That's what it looks like. It was one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. And Jesse, Dan, I know you're going to laugh at this because I'm so high strung. I'm like a meth head on a case of Red Bull. I get it, but I will tell you, the second I dipped my toe in that sand, it was almost like I was cleansed, and you would have thought I was on Thorazine. And it wasn't from all those beautiful local drinks we had. It was literally, Jesse, it was like just peaceful to me. And my whole demeanor went like this. So, but that's a great thing, and I'm glad you're happy. Now, you do have a beautiful family. Can I talk about your daughter real quick? Do you mind?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I shared some pictures of my daughter's birthday on social media. I'm sure you saw that, Joe.
How is she doing? How was her birthday?
She's actually parading around the house like she owns the place now that she's 7. She she thinks she's a big girl now and in charge of everything.
You're in trouble. I know that you can bench press an Oldsmobile, but you're in for the fight of your life right now with having that young girl as she gets older. I'm talking about not even each year, each month as she gets older, she's going to challenge you. And I'm very happy about that because she's just a beautiful, beautiful child. She's adorable. Guys, I got to tell you, I try not to. I mean, I curse. A curse word comes out. I've never cursed. And Jesse and I have probably done a few hundred shows here. I never, ever, 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 ever cursed before we come on the air because you never know who's listening or watching in somebody's house when they're in the back of the green room. And the one day I was cursing like I had Tourette syndrome. I look up and Jesse's daughter's sitting on his lap. I felt so guilty. And you're like, don't worry about it. I want to welcome you, Jesse. You guys know how I start every show. Good morning, honey.
Good morning.
It's been a long weekend.
It really has.
The weather is changing. We're getting 80s. We had a day last week we hit 101. Don't listen to these yo-yos that say, it was only 98. It was 101. And it was gorgeous. And then we're getting some 80s here in Vegas. It is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. But there was one day it was like a little chilly when we left the house. I came out. I was at the senior center for a couple hours. I came out to do something outside to help one of the residents in the parking lot. And it started hailing. And then all of a sudden, I came back out at the end of my day, and the sun was out. It was 91. Mm-hmm. So we're getting that weird weather here in Vegas, that April weather, and a lot of people throughout the country are dealing with. But I got to tell you, man, nothing like when you wake up and it's 76 with a nice breeze. And we're a week away from literally, or 2 weeks away from me being in the backyard every morning once we're done the show, drinking my 32-degree cold beer and sitting in the pool. So having said all that, how you doing, Dionne?
I'm doing okay.
We got another show this Friday. Michael Blaustein, one of the funniest guys in the world. Michael Blaustein. We've got other shows. This one we got Tony Bennett's dead. Oh, I guess I paid out a lot of money for those tickets. We got Tom Jones. We've got, what else we got? Jelly Roll, Post Malone.
We have the
Go-Go's, Elvis Costello. We got another Carrie Underwood, Louis C.K., Carrie Underwood. We're all going to see again. But we're looking forward to Michael Blaustein this week. A couple of quickies, guys. The First Family Show is on its own YouTube channel. Subscribe now. Like it. Ring that bell so you don't miss a single moment of the show. A ton of free winners, great betting insights, a few left to boot. I do want to say MLB, guys. I got to tell you, 10 games into the season, no more undefeated teams, no more winless teams.
Nope.
A lot of good stuff. I mentioned twice in the last 2 weeks that MLB is full force. Dan, some of these lines are way out of line or way out of whack already. Don't you agree?
Yeah. It makes it a little tougher, to find some good games to play with the way the lines are. So, well,
I got to look at. I always look at. I'm saying hello to Anthony. I always look at the lines first because I don't know about you guys. We fall into that trap where you look at a game, absolutely love it, then find out they're like a 240 favorite and go, oh shit. I thought it went $50, $60. They are inflating a lot of these lines. Guys, I want to tell you, sports fans out there, tread lightly when you're dealing with these favorites. Should the Dodgers beat, I don't know, the A's in a game? I'm just using the A's, the Athletics. You can't call them the A's. Yes. But, you lay $253, you lose one of those games, you now need 3 or 4 in a row winners to get back in the plus column. So tread lightly. A couple other things. The NBA, guys. Playoffs start in 11 days. Well, the play-in starts the 15th to the 18th. The playoffs start the 19th. Officially, the NHL start the 19th. That's
another one with the lines that are like ridiculously crazy.
Well, if you look at the last couple of weeks of the NFL regular season, sports fans, I always use that as an example. Some teams don't need it. Some teams are setting their seeds. Some teams are I'm not saying they're looking to throw games, but they want those couple of top draft picks. Some teams are looking to better the situation. So you're going to see those lines inflated. But we seeing $2.50 and $3 in the last week or so. It's crazy. Be careful. Not all those $2.50 and $3 favorites win. Couple other things real quick. This Wednesday and Thursday will be no First Family Show. All right. Nothing's wrong. I have some things I cannot escape from. Dionne and I have some things we cannot escape from. And so there'll be no shows Wednesday and Thursday. I'll make more announcements tomorrow. Some of your favorite cappers that come on Wednesday and Thursdays, we're looking to book them between Tuesdays and Fridays. It just happens. Nobody's sick. Nobody's going anywhere. You can't get rid of me that easy. I'm like a fungus. I'll tell you what. All right, guys. Dionne's got a couple of discounts she wants to tell you about. Then we're going to get into all our free plays from this All-Star panel. And we're going to get you out of here in time so you can take advantage of these free pick winners. Dionne.
Yeah, so starting tomorrow, we will have a first family show discount for the whole week. So make sure that you tune in tomorrow so that you can get a new show discount for any of the amazing cappers that are on the first family show on Tuesday and Friday. And also, Joey, you have been on fire, may I say.
Are you talking about the bedroom?
Yes.
Okay. Bedroom and with all my picks, Dionne.
Yes, you have been on fire. You are the number 2 overall all sports capper for the last 30 days. You're hitting 60.38%. I know you have an amazing discount going on right now where you can get all of MLB for $3.99 and get the rest of NBA and NCAA basketball absolutely free.
Is just the one game tonight. I am giving it out free. I will tell you, this is my 25th year. I can't believe how old I am. 25th year, I believe, that I'm documented. I have more number 1 finishes in the MLB than any couple guys combined in the business, more number 3s, number 5s. And every year I'm a top 10 guy, guys. All right, I want you to know, $3.99, whether you play $10 a game or $10,000, you'll get an immediate and a long-term return on this investment. And guess what? We're throwing an NBA for free. Very few people in this world, I know Jesse always kills it in NBA postseason, very few people document my favorite word, in this world, have done as well as I have for 25 years in the NBA postseason. This will pay for itself. Go over to Sports Memo, buy this. Let me tell you right now, Dan Kaiser went and bought it because he loves me so much. No. And actually, Dan says he guarantees you'll make a lot of money off this. Otherwise, he'll send you back your money free. I'm just kidding, Dan. All right, we've got some free plays we want to tell you about. Plus, guys, you're going to see everybody's buzz links in front of their names today. Dionne's is sm.buzz/DA. Dan's is sm.buzz/DK, and Jesse's sm.buzzJS.
And yours
Mine
is sm.buzz/JD.
JD. You're the only one who doesn't have your actual initials.
Correct.
You got DA. For the wife of Joe D'Amico.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, guys, we're going to go right into some free play winners. And if you have any questions or comments, the floor is open. So chime in. We'll get to them before the end of the show, whether it's with Dan, Jesse, Dionne, or myself, or overall. Throw up a softball, and we'll see if we can hit it out of the park. I want to talk about Dan Kaiser, guys. Dan's been in this business a long time.
Yes.
And he's a big Michigan Michigan State fan. Sorry, Dan.
Don't get that confused.
I'm just messing with you. I'm just with you. But Dan's been doing this for many years, and guys, numbers don't lie. He's been winning consistently for many years. We see all these people on social media. I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best. I got the best gynecologist. I got the best proctologist. Well, great. What, they got small hands? Guys, when you are the best, you got to back it up. Anybody could say I'm the best. I used to tell Dionne I was 5'8". Now she knows I'm not. We can all throw a little crap around. On social media, everybody has their 15 minutes of fame 24 hours a day. It's great. And I'm more power to somebody who's new in the business and is winning, or somebody out there who does this to make money on their own and is winning. More power to you. But unless you're documented, you can't back those numbers up. Dan Kaiser can back it up. 20-plus years he's been making money for people. He's going to tell you what he's been doing at Sports Memo. He's going to tell you what you can expect from him on the premium side of Sports Memo. He's got a free pick winner, Dan Kaiser. Actually, he's got 2 for you. Dan Kaiser, take it away.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. Yeah, I gave the same play out on Wager Talk last week against in the Duke game, and they both came in. It's I'm taking Cryer and Sharp both for Houston in tonight's game to make over 2.5 3-point shots. They did it against Duke. At least one of them have gone over in every game in this tournament except the Purdue game. And then when one of them doesn't go over, that they've made 2, so they've been right on the number. I think for Houston to win this game, both of these guys are going to have to hit from the outside. And you can look at either for them to win, they're going to have to hit from the outside. And if they get down big, they're going to be firing up threes. These guys shoot a lot of threes. Cryer had 8 in the last, shot 8 times from deep in the last game. Sharp had 5. They shoot a lot of volume, so you're not going to get cheated on that. Cryer shot 40% from the field during the regular season, but 41.5% from 3. It's just a good spot. I think this game is going to be a little bit more high scoring than most Houston games. And I got one at just almost even and the other one at plus money. So If they both hit, great. If Sharp gets it, you're gonna make some money. So, yeah, take both Sharp and Crier over 2.5 3-pointers made.
The professor, Danny K. Dan Kaiser, said tonight, Crier and Sharp each over 2.5 3-pointers made. You see the numbers on them now. Dan is a winner. So follow him here. You're going to follow him to the bank. More importantly, guys, he's going to tell you what you can expect from him on the premium side tonight, where you're going to bank with his picks, his premium picks and SportsMemo. Dan, what do you got for everybody premium side?
Tonight, I'm just going to have a play on the national championship game. It'll be up right after the show. I'm going to take the night off in hockey and baseball and kind of recalibrate a little bit after the weekend.
All right. Well, guys, sm.buzz/DK. Follow Dan after the show. You're going to follow him to the bank. I got to tell you, he's been killing it, though, overall in the season. I see his numbers on the ice. He is phenomenal. He is absolutely great. And, guys, we, when I mean we, people that have been in this business as long as me and has been as successful as known as I am in this business, are not above looking at what other cappers are doing, especially when we respect the heck out of them. And I respect the heck out of Dan Kaiser. Follow him. He's going to be sticking around if you got any questions or comments about Dan. Dan, I got to tell you something funny. I got a guy, guys, for those of you out there, Dionne and I donate 5 days a week at a senior center. I got to tell you, we got 175 seniors. If you think people in the world are crazy, this is a microcosm of what goes on in the world. We have a blast there. There's not a single day we don't laugh our tuchuses off. We got a guy there, Dan, even on his door in the residence. Michigan, everywhere. He's got a cart, a walker. He's got Michigan. Everything he wears, Michigan. And so I yelled to him Saturday during the Final Four. I said before he was in the dining room, I said, "Hey, Sheldon," I said, "Michigan's playing today." And he looked at me. And you're like a puzzle look. I said, "Yeah, they're playing golf." And I walked away. Oh my God, we had so much fun. Talking about fun, my good buddy Jesse Schule is doing so well in so many sports. I see his name. They should just staple his name up on the leaderboard. Jesse and I became friends because he and I were on a lot of websites over the years. Before we got to know each other, I grew a respect for Jesse. Once again, he's been in this business. He may look like he's a teenager guy, a teeny bopper, but he's old. He's up there, guys. I'm not going to say he's not old. He's doing Zoolander. He's doing Magnum. But Jesse's been winning consistently for many years, and it doesn't matter the sport. It could be on the field, on the turf, on the ice, on the hardwood. It doesn't matter. Jesse's a winner. He's going to tell you what he's been good doing. He's going to tell you what you can expect from him on the premium side. He's got a free play winner. Jesse, take it away, buddy.
All right. Well, let's talk about the Natty. And as Joe was saying, it doesn't matter whether it's on the ice or the hardwood, any sport. When it comes down to a championship game, winner takes all. Over the years, long term, it's been a sharp bet to take the under. You think about game sevens in the NHL and in the NBA. Historically, very low scores in a game seven in those sports. Over the last 15 years, the college basketball championship game, the average combined score has landed at about 135 combined points. We see a total here of 141.5, and we look at these two teams and think, could they play a low-scoring game? Well, Houston owns the number one scoring defense in the nation. They allowed just 58.5 points per game this season. Florida, polar opposite. Florida scored a bunch of points. Their defense, they give up a lot less than they score, but they still give up an awful lot of points as well. Florida's gone over the number in 9 of their last 10 games. Houston's gone under the number in 8 of their last 10. And I mentioned Florida and all the points they score, but they play in the SEC, and the SEC is a high-flying offensive league. Houston, the number one defense in the country. Let's look at an example of teams that Florida has played that might compare to Houston. Now, Houston's got the best defense in the country, so Florida hasn't played anybody with as good a defense as Houston. However, we will use Tennessee as a comparison. Tennessee's pretty damn good defensively as well, and they did play them twice in the regular season. And those games ended 64-44, 73-43, those two regular season contests against Tennessee. Like I say, this is winner takes all, no easy buckets, a lot of nerves, could be some missed shots, and certainly some intense defensive play. I think the numbers will tell you, history will back it up. Take the under. That's the sharp play, under 141.5.
Jesse, the Iceman Schule says Johnny under tonight. History will repeat itself. Speaking of history, guys, you want to know that always repeats itself? Is Jesse on the leaderboard. Jesse, can you tell everybody what you got going on the premium side of Sports Memo tonight, please?
I can, Joe. I do have a 5% MLB play. I did cash in a 5% MLB play on the Angels yesterday. I'm now 31-11. That's 74%. With top MLB plays since August of 2024. I'm 13-3 with my last 16 NCAA tourney plays, and I do have a play on the big game tonight. And I've got a hockey play, a money line play. I got to tell you a story, Joe, real quick. I know we're pressed for time. Somebody called the office in Detroit and said, that Jesse, he plays a lot of favorites. I'm a little bit concerned about him. He's got a free play up right now, and it's like minus 160. And the office said, Jesse, what do you want us to tell this guy? I gave him a nice write-up and explained it to him, but I think nothing could explain it better than this. My record with money line plays in all sports the last 3.5 years since January 1st of 2022, 61% winners, up 146 units. That's best on site, best with the company, with money line plays. And yeah, you're not going to hit 61% unless you're playing some favorites. And if you play favorites, you have to hit for a high percentage. But that's why I do it, and that explains that question to that particular customer.
So Jesse, the body, Jesse the Iceman cometh Schule, SM.buzz/JS. He does play some money line favorites, but he has been winning. And remember one thing, Jesse, sports fans, you don't pay juice on a winner. So it doesn't matter. You don't pay juice on a winner. Follow Jesse after the show. Go over to Sports Memo. He's got a 5% play. He's a big game hunter. He's one of the best in the business. You'll follow him to the bank. Speaking of banks, I want to talk about the First Lady of Las Vegas, who I got to tell you, every year, every calendar year, and every sport she does, she's always a top finisher in percentage.
Yes.
Doesn't do the high volume. Not a ton of games.
I don't.
What she puts out makes you money. I know you had a nice winner yesterday in baseball.
I did. Had a nice one with the Mets yesterday.
The Mets. Meet the Mets. Meet the Mets. Come on out and greet the Mets. From all of those of you people who were born in the tri-state area and used to watch WOR. WPIX was the Yankees. WOR was the Mets. Dionne had another winner yesterday. She's doing some great work at SportsMemo, but that's nothing new.
Well, thank you.
Since she's hit the SportsMemo website, it's been about 4 years now.
I believe it's.
I think your first
it's
season was college football. You finished number 2 in college football, and then
Yes.
boom, top few in WNBA, top few in NBA, top few in NFL, and this is every year. She's a winner, guys. All right, she's going to tell you what she's been doing. She's going to tell you what you can expect from her on the premium side. She's got another free play winner, and I know she's got a premium play. She never. This is why we get along 25 years. We don't talk gambling with each other. We both bet games. We both do our own website on the website. We don't tell each other who we got until the next day when we wake up. But I'm interested to see what she's got on her free play. She's going to tell you what she's been doing. She's got a free play winner. Dionne, take it away, honey.
Yeah, as Joey did mention yesterday, we had a nice win with the Mets. With that win, I believe I am 3-1 my last 4 releases on the diamond. And my free plays have been killing it on this show. And we're going to go ahead and stick with the diamond today for my free play today, with 2 of the most potent offenses in baseball meet today at Comerica Park when the Yankees take on the Tigers. New York tops the majors, averaging over 8.44 runs per game. Detroit, with their top 10 lineup, is posting over 5.00 runs per game. Neither pitching staff has been impressive thus far. Left-hander Rodin and right-hander Mize have looked okay in their past starts. But historically, neither starting pitcher has fared well against today's opponents. Rodin is 13 career starts against the Tigers is 6-4, but has an ERA of 5.48. Mize, in 2 lifetime starts against the Yankees, is 0-1 with a high ERA of 5.23. I just feel the way these two lineups are crushing the ball and the way the starting pitchers and their bullpens have been looking, this game is going to go ahead and fly over the total today.
First Lady of Las Vegas says over Yankees, Tigers. That is money, and you will make money if you follow her there. But more importantly, tell everybody what you got going on the premium side tonight at SportsMemo.
Thank you. So I do have one play posted right now over at SportsMemo for $19. I have my MLB best bet to me. This is by far the best bet on the board today. So if you can only bet one game, this is the one.
Follow Dionne. You're going to follow her to bank. Numbers don't lie. She's killing it in multiple sports. And, you know, if you need any more proof than her numbers, then she married me. You know she's a winner. Right? You don't have to laugh like that.
It depends on the day.
I am proud of her, too. You know, we always laugh on this show because no matter where you're from, you pronounce certain things differently. Rodin, Rondo, whatever it is. All right. Jesse and I, for years, did football shows in Tagovailoa and Tagovailoa. We had a lot of fun with. Dan Antequempo, we always have fun with all these guys' names. And Boache for what was that, the CBI? We had some, the CBC we had some fun with. But guys, listen, follow Dan. You're going to follow her to the bank.
In all, you know, if they had normal names, we wouldn't have to struggle.
Whatever happened to Smith and Jones and Lee and stuff like that? No, you're right. But she's a winner. Follow her. She's got a premium play going off tonight. I have my 4% best bet. It is a 4% play.
It is.
What can you tell me what it is?
You can buy it.
See, this is what we do to each other. All right, sports fans. Couple of quickies right now. As Dionne mentioned earlier, the number 2 overall capper. The last 30 days hitting almost over 60% in all sports. Doesn't matter if it's on the diamond, the hardwood, the ice. I am getting you paid. The great folks at SportsMemo know that saving your money just as good as making your money. They gave me this discount. Get all of my baseball winners from today straight through the final game of the World Series for $3.99. And guess what? They're going to throw in the rest of NBA absolutely free. As you know, and numbers don't lie. You don't believe me? Go check it out, okay? In the postseason NBA, I don't know if there's another capper or maybe a few other cappers that have been as successful as I have, not just last year or the year before, 25 years. I always make some of my longest green in the NBA postseason. You're going to get all that for free. Now, I do want to say yesterday, I had a game postponed because of rain, and then I did have a game I had over in the White Sox Tigers. Bases loaded, bottom of the ninth, 1 out. And I couldn't get one more run. It happened. It happened. Hey, I lost the game. Those games piss me off more than the winning games make me happy. I want you to know because I lose fewer and far between. So when I do drop a game, I know that I lost my own money because I don't put out a game and I don't bet. And you, who trust me with your hard-earned money, didn't do well. I will tell you, I have a Monday money maker today. It is a big game release. I only put it for $15 at SportsMemo because I wanted to start the week, no matter the denomination or the caliber of player you are. I wanted everybody that follows me to start the week with a winner. Okay, I do want to talk about the national championship tonight, guys. My friends, I can tell you that I've profited enormously over the years in the national title games. I can tell you I've collected more than 6 figures, probably in or around or more than a dozen times, all right, just on the national title games. But I can also tell you that everybody bets a championship game. Why? Because they know it's going to be 6 months before they can bet another game in college basketball. I mean, let me use an example. All right, good analogy, Super Bowl, guys. Everybody bets the Super Bowl. School kids, grandmothers, everybody around the water cooler at the office in some sort of an office pool. Everybody's got squares. You name it, everybody bets the Super Bowl. They bet it because everybody's going to watch it and because it's their last opportunity to make a bet on professional football for 6 months, okay? Same goes for here. Look at it this way. On an average college basketball Saturday, you've got countless games to look at. So you can pick and choose and wade through all the matchups and find the top few you really like and bet them strongly. Now, if you do like the national title game tonight, more power to you. All right, Dan gave you a couple of things on it. Jesse gave you something on it, and I think they made great points. They both did great. Thor barking. Well, even Thor's excited about this play. Now, I do want to say this game tonight, I might take my wife and a couple of buddies, go to one of our favorite local bars, have a few beers, some chicken wings, and get entertained. Now, I might put a nickel or a dime, and this was before I did. Put a couple of dimes on the game for poops and giggles. But I have to tell you, I think this is a tough matchup with a tough number. Having said all that, I'm not going to leave you hanging. Both teams deserve to be here, no question about it. I do feel the more seasoned coach leads the Houston Cougars. 69-year-old Kelvin Sampson, mind you, if he wins this game, he's going to be the oldest head coach in the history of this tournament to win the national title. If you're just looking statistically, the Florida Gators, guys, they average approximately 11 points more per game than the Houston Cougars. They really can light up the scoreboard, guys. They really can. I know everybody gets wrapped up in high-scoring offenses, but try not to forget the Houston Cougars defense, the best in the nation. They allow just 58.4 a game. You know, in this postseason, in their 8 outings, they haven't allowed a single opponent to put up more than 76 points and have held opponents to as low as 40 points, guys. That's in the postseason. All right. Something else that definitely gives the Cougars an edge here is the fact that they hit about 40% from downtown. Not only that, but defensively, they're one of the most frustrating at defending the arc as well. One more item, guys, and this is going to be a close game, I feel. I think it's going to be a close game, sports fans. So it's going to come down to 2 things, mistakes and free throws. All right, guess what? Houston is significantly better from the line than Florida. As I mentioned, this is a very difficult matchup. I'm not betting it heavy, and I wouldn't ask you to bet it heavy either, but I do give an edge to head coach Kelvin Sampson. I think he's a very good in-game coach. I think he's very good at halftime at making adjustments. And the Houston Cougars, last we saw this game was plus 1.5. I like it. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I bet a couple of dimes. And then I said, you know what? It's plus 1. Let me at least go to 2. Maybe I get a 1-point game. Or maybe if they do drop it, they drop by a basket. I think it's going to be a tight one. I'm taking plus 1.5 minus 105. I did buy a little bit extra, only because it was a small bet for me, a couple dimes. I like this game, but please don't forget about that discount. Go over to SportsMemo after the show. 30 days, number 2 capper hitting over 60%. MLB season, $3.99, and you get all the rest of my NBA for free. I want to bring the rest of the crew up here. We're going to go around the horn for questions and comments. And if you missed any of our free picks, we're going to go down them around the horn before we sign off in time for you to take advantage of these free picks. Dan, you got any closing thoughts or comments for our people out there, buddy?
No, just if people aren't aware, all the Tiger Yankees games have got moved up. Times have got moved up a few hours because of the weather. So don't miss out on thinking the game's going to start at normal time at like 6:40. I know today's is at 3:10. So I
appreciate that, Dan. And Dan did call that to our attention. We're pretty good. We're pretty organized. We do the banners. We get all the most current lines just before the show goes on. And we didn't even notice that that game had a time change. Do want to tell you, we did look at it right before the game. And as of game time, the wind was blowing out,
which makes it
19 to 20 miles an hour expected for game time, which makes it even better. The Yankees bats are hitting home runs. Detroit's got a mighty lineup. So I like Dionne's free play. I'm probably good. You said the over?
The over.
You can give that one to me, but you can't give me a premium play.
Well, that one's a free one. You know, you can take the free ones. The paid ones, you got to pay, man.
Did we go to dinner the other night? Was it a nice dinner? Candlelight, linen napkins. All right. They gave us a fruit plate. Like, didn't cost me like a nickel. You didn't pay me your half. Can't you at least give me your damn free plate?
I don't have to pay my half.
Oh my goodness gracious. Guys, does anybody know a good divorce lawyer out there? Anyway, sports fans, let me go to my good buddy Jesse Schule. Jesse, closing thoughts or comments for our viewers?
Yeah, you mentioned the over in the Yankees game. I'm an under better in baseball. I like to look at unders, but I'm going to be on the fence, staying away from totals until they sort out this juiced ball and illegal bats or semi-legal or quasi-legal bats. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. You know, different people have different opinions. Until everybody's sure, I'm not betting totals in baseball. I'm going to wait till the smoke clears. So for me right now, I'm looking at first half sides, betting on the starting pitching. The starting pitchers aren't going to go more than 5 or 6 innings. It's too early for me to have handicapped bullpens efficiently. So my baseball plays will be limited to first 5 sides.
Good stuff, guys. I want you to know, not only are you getting great free picks, and obviously we got the best collection of cappers anywhere on the planet here at SportsMemo, but it's the betting insights. He said, wait, man, with this stuff he's holding out a little bit before he starts doing entire games and totals and this and that and blah, blah, blah. I want you to know, guys, this is because Jesse has lived this life for many years. This is from Good times and bad beats. So you're getting great betting insights from this all-star panel as well. Thank you, Jesse. I would like to chime in myself real quick before we go to Dionne. Guys, the national title game is tonight. I mentioned during my breakdown of the game that it is your last chance to bet a college basketball game for 6 months. Having said that, there's a lot of people out there go, well, I lost money this season. Let me try to get even or make money tonight and unload. Or a lot of people says, I didn't make enough. Let me make enough. Let me go in here and double up what I've made. This is the wrong way to look at games. I know it's your last chance. Don't try to put 2 pounds of bologna in a 1-pound bag, guys. It is very important that you realize that betting isn't about one game. It's about what you do over time. Now, if you do like this game, then more power to you. But don't have the mindset where you're looking to get even for the season because you didn't have a good season. Don't look at the mindset where you're looking to double up because you didn't make enough profit. Or don't look at the mindset, well, it's my last chance to make college basketball. I love college basketball. Those people that paint themselves the team colors and run across the friggin' court at halftime. Guys, bad mindset. All right? We've all been there. The people on this panel have experienced every bad beat and every bad situation in this business. All right. I've been doing this since I'm 10 years old with football sheets in the schoolyard. Okay. No bullshit. All right. I've seen and I've done every bad thing in this business. Why am I successful? Because I've applied what I've learned and don't fall into those traps anymore. Don't fall into that trap. Do what you want. You're grown-ups. You do what you want with your hard-earned money. But just from a guy and from people that have been around the block and we've experienced every good time and every bad time, don't fall into the trap where you're looking to get even for the season, double up on your profits, or because you can't play college basketball for the next 6 months. That's a really bad way of doing it. You're better off betting a couple of props or betting $50 if you're a couple of dime better and just having some entertainment. Jesse, you want to say something?
Yeah, I was going to say sometimes the best bet you can make is the one that you didn't place, because staying off of a loser is just as profitable as getting on a winner. And yeah, that's exactly what you're saying, Joe. That's just how I like to put it.
Listen, Jesse, we've all been. I always use this as an example. When you stay off a loser, is just as good as betting a winner. Listen, every one of us have had a situation in football, whether it be college and pro, where your team is on within the 10-yard line. You're about to go in, fumble, or pick six the other way, 90 yards, guys. That's not a 7-point difference. That's a 14-point swing in the game. So look at it along those terms. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
Good point, Jesse. Dionne, any closing thoughts or comments? And if you missed any of our free pick winners, we're going to run them down in just a moment, get you out here in time so you can take advantage of them. Dionne.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I agree with you guys. And my thinking is, if I'm not going to bet on a game, I don't want to give something to you guys to bet on. I'd rather pass for the day and be done with it and not worry about losing any. No, I'm serious.
No, you're right. I just had a funny thought.
But if I'm not betting on something, I don't want to give you something that I don't feel 100% is one of my, best releases. I mean, I want to give you something that I know that you're going to make money on, that you're going to make a profit on. And if I'm not betting, I don't want you to bet. I'm sorry. That's just me.
And if you just want to bet the game to stimulate a little action, a little interest, and entertainment, bet it, fine, but don't go crazy. I was thinking, guys, what you guys don't know, and I don't know what Jesse and Dan knows, we could have wound up with Karen Slater and what was the other guy's name? He wanted to bottle your sweat up.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Shit. I don't know.
The first time we ever officially went out, she invited me to the lounge to listen to music at the Old Aladdin. And there was 2 other people there, and they were both. He was hitting on her, and she was hitting on me. And that would have been a 14-point swing. Look at that.
Yeah.
But
then again, if you would have went with her, you would have been in jail because she was so drunk. She hit 15 cars in the parking lot. Real quick,
we worked at a place. My family came. Guys, I know we babble. My family came to me. They were hounding me. They were putting like $12 million in an old food court. And the Old Aladdin, the food court, and a restaurant upstairs. We with the people from Gallagher's and Lutess. They said, we're putting it in. We need somebody to watch our interests. We want you to work there. I said, no, I'm not working with you. I'm doing sports. I'm having a blast. I'm making a ton of money. I got stress-free. They were relentless. So after a few months, I said, fine. Dionne worked there. All right. We worked with these 2 people. One guy kept hitting on Dionne. He said he wanted to bottle her sweat up and make perfume out of it. And then the other girl was creepy. It was a little creepy. You doing nice sweat. And the other girl, listen, I got to tell you, the other girl, she came in drunk one day. We had this long flight of stairs. Came in hammered. Her hair was this way. Makeup was here. The police came looking for her right after she hit. It was like 20. Jesse, we had to park. The employees had to park up on the highest level in the parking garage at the old Aladdin. She hit, I'm not kidding, like 22 cars coming up there. Didn't realize she hit 22 cars. When we went out to look at her car when they arrested her, it looked like it went through one of those demolition derbies. So I could have been with Karen. What was it, David? What was his name?
I don't
remember.
I don't remember. But I don't know.
That's certainly a 14-point swing in our favor in the plus side.
I could have been with someone who was like Dahmer.
You're like Dahmer. He had lamps in his rugs in his apartment made of human hair. All right, guys, we're gonna run down the free plays. We appreciate you putting up with Dionne and mostly me, my bullet BSing, but this is us. We can't be anybody but us, and we enjoy you, and thank you for tuning in today. We're going to run down the free plays. Dionne's going to tell you about a discount or two, and we're going to get out of here. Free plays today. Our good buddy, Dan Kaiser, what'd you have for everybody?
LJ Cryer and Emmanuel Sharp, both over 2.5 3-pointers made tonight.
The Iceman, Jesse Schule.
Under 141.5 in the Natty.
The First Lady of Las Vegas, Dionne D'Amico.
I'm taking the Yankees and Tigers to fly over the total in this one.
And Joey D says, I'm not in love with this game, but I do like the Cougars if I had to take a side, plus the points. I like the situation with their head coach. I like their defense. I like the way they shoot from the outside, and I like the way they hit free throws, all right? Having said that, we got a bunch of discounts over at SportsMemo. After this show, go over there. I'm sure there's going to be at least 1 or 2 discounts going to appeal to every single one of you watching. But I know that if you don't follow Jesse, Dan, and myself, you will find a handicapper over there that's tailor-made for your needs, one you can relate to, because SportsMemo has the best collection of cappers on the planet. We want you to follow Dionne, myself, Jesse, or Dan. But if you don't, look around. You're going to find somebody tailor-made just for you. Dionne, the only discount right now that we know about is mine.
Yeah, the only discount that we do have going on right now is the discount for Joey, where you can get all of his MLB season for just $3.99 and receive NBA absolutely free. Right now, he is the number 2 overall sports capper the last 30 days, hitting 60.38%. And that is an amazing deal where you can get the whole season of MLB for just $3.99 and then receive NBA absolutely free.
Hey, guys, we know it's what's wrong with saving your money is just as good as making your money. All right. Jesse made a point. Sometimes the best bet is no bet. That's true. That's a 14-point swing in a football game, guys. Listen, we are not just going to make you money because we're the best collection of cappers on the planet. We're going to save you money. There's a ton of discounts over there. You also see the buzz links. Jesse says sm.buzz/JS. Dan Kaiser, sm.buzz/DK. Dionne's sm.buzz/DA. And mine, yours truly.
sm.buzz/JD.
Dionne's going to take us on out of here. We want to thank everybody. We'll be back tomorrow with another all-star cast. We're going to be taking off Wednesday and Thursday this week and then back on Friday. But don't fret, guys. We're going to give you a ton of free winners, few laughs, some great betting insights to boot. Dionne?
Yeah, so everyone, please subscribe and don't forget to hit that like button and ring, 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 ding, 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 that bell. And don't forget about all of our specials that we have going on right now over at SportsMemo and the one that we have for Joey One.
Ding, 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 that
ding,
bell.
Ding, ding, ding.
I love you guys. Are we good?
And also make sure that you follow SportsMemo and Wager Talk on their Twitter pages, along with all of your favorite cappers that are on the First Family Show. And like Joey did say, don't forget to tune into all the First Family shows for a ton of free winners, some great betting insights, and a few laughs too. And on behalf of Dan, Jesse, and us, this is the First Family of Vegas.
Everyone out there, good luck and have a winning day. Hey guys,